Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Maybe you're familiar with Marie Antoinette, who said, it's okay, let them eat cake, when the masses were outside of the palace ready to take care of her and Mr. Louis. And this is an let them eat cake moment coming from the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Mr. Maharishi Sunak. All right, let's see what he says here. So this article comes from Republic World, and it's from January 31st, 2023. And he says, this guy right here, your Prime Minister, my British friends, UK should be proud of leading the world in Ukraine support, says Rishi Sunak. Maharishi. Okay. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak on Monday claimed that the UK should be proud of having led the world in supporting Ukraine during the ongoing war with Russia. Okay, that's nice. Now you you have to be proud and see at what cost. Okay, so I'm not going to go into what stupidity this guy can spew here. I'm just going to go with this. All right, so this is CNBC, and he is makes you, my British friends, wants you to be very proud that your country is hit with my biggest strike in more than a decade, with schools shut and rail networks disrupted, including, if you remember, you had strikes of ambulance drivers, physiotherapists, and nurses. So yeah, you should be proud of helping someone else, but not yourselves. Key points: more than 500,000 British workers are due to take strike action through Wednesday. They already started it. They include teachers, civil servants, university staff, and train drivers. UK inflation hit 10.5% annually. You see that? In December, while grocery price inflation hit record 16.7% in the 4 weeks to January 22. So, hey, how should I put you? Nice guy, intelligent guy? You might be, but what about this? What about your country? Should we be proud? And you say, well, it's okay. United Kingdom is a rich country, yeah? All right, then let's see. I'm going to go to this first, which this article is old, but it says United Kingdom, the UK, has committed a total of £1.5 billion, which is $1.7 billion, in humanitarian and economic support for Ukraine, according to the government website. It has set another £2.3 billion pounds of military aid. However, the UK has come under fire after reducing other bilateral aid to meet its Ukrainian commitments. Commitments? How about these commitments? Hey, mother, you know what I mean. What about these commitments, you? Huh? How about this? And you give this. And this article comes from the time when he was not the Prime Minister at that time, so I give him that, because this article is not updated. It says from February 24th to December 31st. This is what they said. But, hey, I don't think these guys are telling us the truth, or everything. I got another article right here. This comes from Statista. And this, it's from January 24th and November 20th, 2022. So it's even shorter, but it brings more than the other article for United Kingdom. So United Kingdom, it says here, let me get you the total bilateral aid commitments to Ukraine between January 24 and November 20th by type and country and organization. United States, they say, United States financial 15 billion, humanitarian 10 billion, military 23 billion. I rounded up for you. United Kingdom, let's see what these weasels are doing here. The Sunak, who's proud, wants you to be proud. You guys gave $5 billion in financial, 0.4 in humanitarian, and 4.13. That's in billions, everything. But you should be proud right here. UK should be proud. Now, regarding this here, this is something that you should not be proud. And this right here, UK inflation hit 15% annually in December, while grocery price inflation hit a record 16.7% in the 4 weeks to January 22. Now, I have a question. You know, Great Britain, had this, how do you call it, below 86 IQ prime minister before this guy. Her name was, Lazy Lizard Truss. She was fired after, I can't remember how many months, 2 months, something like this. I don't know exactly what she did. I know that the stock market just took a dump, and then she was kicked out by the guys that she upset. Now, and then we have this guy right here, Sunak, who tells you that you should be proud for all this. Where is it? Now, all this and this, you should be proud of this. And I'm going to give you a name that not this name, a name that one of my friends, one of my subscribers, suggested to me when I covered the strikes. And she said, I think, that I should be looking into this guy, Mick Lynch. Well, I did. And he is a British trade unionist. I do not have, to start with, I do not have a positive view on the unions. Direct experience, how should I put it, book experience, conversation experience, I do not have it. I think it's necessary, but at one point, it just loses, it's like any organization becomes corrupt and loses its goal, the initial goal. Now, I would suggest that you go and read about this guy, Mick Lynch, or better just watch him on YouTube and watch the way he talks and the way he is, because it's sometimes, I mean, it's actually, I would argue, more important of the way you think than the information you got. It's true that you need the information and knowledge, but if you have the information and knowledge, that's the step one. The problem is you have to know how to link it, and you have to analyze. If I give you a problem, an issue, let's say, okay, let's talk about the Second World War. I say, oh, yeah, Hitler bad, Holocaust, we won. Okay, well, you got the information, basically. All right, now let's go into details. And we're going to throw some information over there and try to reach, okay, let's analyze this. Let's analyze, let's say, the Stalingrad, okay, encirclement and all that. And what do you think? Do you think that Field Marshal Paulus did a good thing to surrender to the Soviets alive? And now this requires you not to use only information. Oh, he surrendered to the General Bukini Babi Bubi on this date. He gave his baton. He was over there, stripped all these things. And he was interrogated, kept over there. Okay, well, was it good or not? That requires you to get all the information you have, use logic, objectivity, credible sources, analyze the, how should I put it, the intentions, look at the circumstances, and not only that, you have to look at certain things from a different perspective and analyze it. Now that, how should I put it, the way you analyze the information is more important than the information you got, because you can get all the information. If you don't think right, you're going to get a total different analysis outcome. So this guy, Lynch, I listened to him, and I listened to him extensively, a few nights, a few hours actually, and I saw him in some debates with some weasel politicians during some hearings that he attended, some media setting, again, calling people out. He's courageous, he's smart, He's logical. I don't know much about him, so I don't know, maybe he's a weasel, but I was personally impressed by him so far. And again, I started from very low expectations. I know that certain people can speak nicely and be very charismatic and all that, but I saw his answers that he gave, for instance, to certain weasels, and I was impressed. I mean, I liked it. Not impressed, oh my God, but it was very good. It was very good. So I would like you to, I recommend this guy, just to read it for your, if you didn't so far, like I didn't know about this guy until about a few days when that friend of mine, subscriber, suggested that to me, and I thank you very much if you're watching. And anyway, compare that guy with Sunak. Sunak wants you to be proud for the support, but your children will have a worse life. You will have a worse life. You will earn less. Your lifestyle is going to go down, but you should be proud. Well, I don't like that deal. I don't know about you, but I don't like it that way. I think the first thing is family. And in order to take care of a family, you have to be alive. And you have to be well fed, and you have to have a job, and you have to save money. So in order to take care of my family, I have to be in good condition. Because if I'm not in good condition, I can't take care of the family. And after take care of my family, then I can take care of my neighbor's family, or my friends, my relatives. And then after that, I go to the friends, right? Relatives, friends. Then I go to the community. Then I go to the city. Then I go to the county. And then I go to the country. And then I go to the world. Sunak jumped from London, the city, straight to the world. And everything in between is not there, not covered. No, Sunak, you should first take care of your people, the British people, that's the only allegiance you have. The only that you have. And I think you up with that little allegiance that you have to, to fulfill, which is take care of your children. Yeah, that too. I don't know if he has or not. But anyway, take care of your people. Take care of your nation. Take care of Great Britain. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you hate everybody else. But as I said, there are priorities. Okay? Before you say, yeah, I have to go to work. But before I have to go to work, I have to make sure I eat enough. I sleep enough. I drive the car sober. I pay attention when I drive there. And then I get to work. And I get to work. If you go to work. If you stay home, it's a different story. So, yes, Sunak, I think you got your priorities wrong, and let them eat cake. Basically, that's what he's telling you. Your country goes down, but you should be proud for that. No, I disagree with that transaction, Sunak. I disagree with that. Because there will be a time when there will be nobody able to support those guys that now you say we should be proud supporting. Why? Because we're going to be dying. Starvation and the crisis and all that. And what are you going to do? So far, you didn't do any wonders, and I think you were considered. I think you are a smart guy. Your wealth and your wife's wealth, not wife per se, but tells me that you're a successful business person. So you kind of know how things run. But I think you got the human priorities wrong. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.